Thank you and welcome to the show for today. I am host Alana McLaughlin and you are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show I have artist Jamonte Davis, known as Big Top, here to discuss his background, his education, his experiences, and the impact of GRINDHARD entertainment on local Nashville artists. Thank you for coming, Top.
Yes, ma'am.
This is so awesome. I'm doing good. I'm doing awesome this morning, and I want to get into you. I'm a fan, which has me like really excited right now because I have a special love for folks that are like my age doing it. You know, especially local.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me all about you. I want to start childhood. Tell me like baby Jamonte years, what it looked like.
It looked pretty normal. Yeah, it was fun. Did a lot of basketball playing, tried football, didn't really work, you know how they go.
And now where are you from?
I am from North Nashville, Bordeaux area. Yeah, Kings Lane, yeah, that area.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Hillsborough though, well, that's high school. Elementary school, I went to Cumberland.
And now how'd you end up at Hillsborough for high school?
Basketball. Basketball. Yeah.
Were you any good?
I was all right, I was decent.
And now just take me some of just the adolescent experiences you were having. I want to talk about family. Were you an only child? Did you have siblings? Kind of tell me what family looked like in that early childhood for you.
Yeah, I messed up an interview I did a couple days ago and said I had 4 siblings. I got 3 younger brothers, so I got 3.
You didn't add one.
Yeah, I added one. I counted myself, so yeah, I got 3 younger brothers. But yeah, moms and pops was always together, so.
And now take me through. I want to know church. I want to know hobbies. What were your younger brothers doing? Were you the babysitter?
Kind of, but not really though. I got a brother that's 2 years younger than me. Me and him hung together all the time. And I got another brother that's I think like 10 years younger than me. He kind of, you know, he stayed with us a little bit, but not as much as he probably would want to. And then other than that, yeah, we went to church a lot. We did a lot of everything. We stayed in the skating ring, movies, and all that type stuff. We did everything. And
I want to talk about just some of the entertainment you were into in that early childhood. Think about, and you're only a few years older than me. You're 26 at the time of this taping. So tell me just some of those early artists that you were listening to as in that childhood. And think of any genre too.
Yeah, I used to ride with my pops a lot, so I used to listen to like the Hot Boys, T.I., Trick Daddy. There was a bunch of artists we listened to. Jeezy, Young Buck, Quanti Cash, everybody from around here. Listen to Starlito a lot, but we listened to a bunch of everything.
And I asked that because we're going to pick back up on that. You've used a lot of samples in this newest project. A lot of samples that I appreciate. A lot of folks don't know old school, and we're going to circle back on that. But I want to wrap this first segment just talking about high school, and tell me just some of your early musical experiences just for yourself. Just tell me like early writing.
When I was in high school, I was listening to like more so Gucci Mane, Young Thug, Lil Wayne, stuff like that. So I was Gucci Mane heavy though. So yeah, all that. I did a couple songs with some friends and stuff when I was in high school, but it wasn't nothing that we let a lot of people hear. It was just something for us. So we did that, and then I didn't get back into like music until like I was like probably about three years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years ago.
To look at the reception, the run you're on right now with 2 years, that's nothing but God, man. And take me through, just what was the inspiration to start rapping? Was it just something fun?
Yeah, a lot of people used to come to my little brother that's 2 years younger than me. They used to tell him to rap a lot. And he would never do it. So I was just like, let me see if I get in there and make him do it. And then on top of that, I was around Trapper Mandel a lot. And seeing him do it and the reception he was getting, I was like, I think I could do it too. So yeah, those are the 2 experiences that just made me start rapping.
And what was kind of like the outside reception to it? What were family, friends? Were they hyping it up?
Yeah. But at first, it was I was kind of hiding it from everybody, just trying to do it and get good at it on my own, and then start bringing it to people's attention. But I've always got good responses on everything I've done.
And in our second segment, we're going to pick back up on just really going full force with it. We're going to talk about the last 3 years of that artistry leading up to part-time rapper. And I encourage our viewers to tune into the second segment of Perspectives, where we will return to discuss Big Top, his artistry, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Nashville music.
Fox 17 News, your Code Red station. We track severe
Segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin. You are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I have Big Top here discussing his artistry, his experiences here in Nashville, the impact that GRINDHARD Entertainment has had on that artistry, and the impact that he seeks to leave on our community. In our first segment, we just set up kind of his early background, what childhood looked like, some of those early musical experiences, and we're picking right back up now in the second segment, just talking about you really going full force. I know you mentioned in our first segment that it's only been about the last 2-3 years that you've been going this hard. And I want to talk about, take me 3 years ago. Tell me that first single that you dropped. I want to, and don't just take me through the music and the view count. I want to actually talk about writing something and feeling confident enough to publish it.
Actually, I didn't drop like one song. I dropped a mixtape. The first thing I ever dropped, it was like 10 songs, something like that. All together. But before I dropped, I was riding around just listening to it with my friends, just letting everybody hear it, and everybody was telling me to start putting it out. So that's what made me start putting it out. And when I actually made the song, it was actually I got a studio session for 2 other artists, and they never showed up. Well, one showed up and one didn't. So that's what made me start, like, let me go ahead and try to jump in here and see if I can make something happen instead of wasting my money and time. So
now, question. Were you the producer?
No. I just always liked music, so I just was like, let me try to put these 2 people together and see if they make a good song.
So you were almost like a liaison before you were like
trying to. But I wasn't really just doing it a lot. It's just something I had tried like twice, and both times I tried it, it never worked out. So that's what made me start rapping too.
And now take me through. Okay, you're in the studio, you're rapping. Who is like doing the audio production?
I think I was at Trip's studio. He was recording us. Yep. So I was with him, and I had Zach 2400 with me to do the other song with the other guy, and I think the other person, I can't remember who the other person was that was supposed to come, but they didn't come, so it got me where I'm at now. So
and now, okay, boom. Where do we go from just recording in a studio to actually getting this on streaming platforms? As somebody totally ignorant to the process, take me through it.
The first couple mixtapes, I did it on my own, just off my phone. I got some artwork made, did the DistroKid and stuff, made my own thing, and I just dropped all of it by myself.
Really?
Yeah, I did that for the first 2 or 3 mixtapes I dropped. And now, with GRINDHARD, it's an easier process now. I have to do it all myself. But
and tell me through. I mean, how does monetization work?
To be honest, at the beginning, I wasn't even worried about that. I was just putting it out, just trying to be heard. So.
And were you working at this time, or just kind of doing your own thing?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
And I know juggling fatherhood at that same.
Trying to be dad. That's a lot. But
and tell me, you smiled about that. But I want you to tell me before we even get into Part-Time Rapper, your newest project. Tell me about juggling fatherhood. And
I smiled. That's the best part of my day. So get to go home and trip off a smaller me every day. So I just love doing that.
And how old is your baby now?
She's 5. She's 5. Yep.
And I mean, but still, how do you kind of block out that time?
I've always been like a kind of in the house type of person though. So especially when I had her, ever since I had her, I kind of been just all for her. So whatever she need, I'm making it happen. So.
And that's awesome, because you think about how many artists ain't seen their kids in 10 years. I want to talk about getting with GRINDHARD. How did that even come about?
I've always had a relationship with Starlito. I always knew him, but I was dropping one of my projects. It wasn't Meet Me on the Bacon. I think it was. I can't think of the name of the project that it was for, but he actually called me one day and was just like, "Hey, you turned your mixtape in yet?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm turning it in tomorrow." So he said, "Send me something," and I sent it to him. He sent it back that night, and it made the mixtape. So.
Now, okay, I know you're talking about like I sent him something, he sent it back. I mean, so what does that mean? You sent him a song?
Yes, I sent him a song
that you had rapped on, and he put a verse on it?
Yeah, he put a verse on it and sent it back to me that same night.
Okay, so now it's on your mixtape.
Yeah.
Where do we go with this mixtape?
That mixtape, it did well too, but not as well as the last one have done. But yeah, it did do good too. So yeah.
But that started that collaboration.
Yeah. Most definitely it did.
And I have to ask, now take me through the production of Part-Time Rapper Full-Time. I know the title's super long.
Yeah,
but
it is. The production on that, man, I was just locked in the studio. Well, I had been recording that one since the first song I recorded on that mixtape was in January of this year.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong. March. It was in March. It was in March of this year. So I've been recording from March till September is when I put that out. So I did a lot of work for that one.
And yeah, honey, a lot of work is an understatement. I need to know. Okay, so boom, before March, before even writing the first song, you have it in your head that I want to release this project. No.
When I made that first song, it wasn't for a project. I was just in Atlanta, just having fun that weekend. I was working with Coach Joy that weekend, and I just ended up going to the studio by myself and making that song, so 007. So yeah, I didn't know I was ready to put out a project until the last probably couple sessions I had. So I always do that. I record for a while and I don't think about what I'm doing next, and then one day the idea just hit me like, okay, this is gonna be the name, this is gonna be what type of features I want, and it just come as I go. I don't really plan from the beginning.
And we're going to continue to break the album down, but I want to talk about just some of the early inspirations with the production behind it. I want to talk about just some of the samples that you had. And tell me, I love to see you smile because I know he's about to give it to me. Tell me about how you let kind of those music influences, those early influences, shape that project.
Mostly, like right now, it'd be what I still listen to this day. So with the Bezel Gang song, that sample, it was a Scarface sample, and I was just riding listening to Scarface that day, and I was just like, I love this song, let me see if one of my producers could make something happen with it for me. So that's pretty much how all my samples come about. I just be listening to songs or listening to music, and I just did one on Bobby Womack, 110th Street recently.
What you know about Bobby Womack?
I was watching American Gangster, and that song came on while I was watching, and I was just like, let me go see if they can make this beat for me.
And that's real, because a lot of people act like, oh no, I grew up with it. You real enough to say.
I was watching the movie, yeah. So.
But seriously, and now tell me about getting and writing these songs. There are about 30 tracks on the projects, right?
It's 20 on the project, and then I'm dropping a deluxe mixtape soon. I don't have a date for it yet, but I got 10 more going on that, so it will be 30.
And seriously, like writing these, picking your brain, what inspires you? Where is this coming from?
Most of the time, I'm just going in the studio and rapping.
Right.
I don't write, or I haven't wrote, but I've started getting back into that now recently, trying to write and just see if I can make better music from writing. So yeah.
And we're going to pick back up in our final segment, just talking about just some of the ways that you've honed into yourself. We're going to talk about the reception that the city has had with this project and just really the impact that you seek to leave through this music. And I encourage our viewers to tune into the final segment of Perspectives, where we will return to discuss GRINDHARD, the impact of GRINDHARD in Tennessee, and more. Tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin. You are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I have Big Top here discussing his artistry, his background, his experiences with GRINDHARD Entertainment, and ultimately the impact that he seeks to leave through his music. In our first two segments, we set up his early artistry up to present day, the newest project that he has just dropped, and we're talking about some collaborations with other Nashville local artists and the impact that these guys seek to leave through this music. So we're picking right back up. We're breaking Part-Time Rapper like down to the core. I know that you have a track on there with Starlito. And tell me about the production of it.
That song came, we were in the studio together for that one. We were, I think it was me, him, and Trapper Mandel, I think. But it wasn't for the project. I didn't do it for the project. We just did the song. And when it was time for me to put the project out, I was like, well, I like this to go on there, so let me fit it in somewhere. And that's how it got on there. But I don't really make songs for specific projects.
Right.
I just make the song, and if I like it going or meshing with other songs, then they make the project.
And I want to, beyond features, I want to talk about just really the content of the music, and I want to talk about your personal experiences. Tell me just really the impact that you seek to leave through this music. I feel like with the music and stuff, everybody is so spread out and not together. I want to bring everybody together and do it for the city, actually. Like, whoever's coming up with me, behind me, I'm trying to kick down the door for
those people.
And I gotta go deeper into that. I'm listening. You're a storyteller, and these stories that you're telling. I mean, tell me the purpose. Is it for these stories to live on? Are they cautionary tales?
Yeah, it's just everyday life of what I see around the city and what's going on in my parts of towns and other parts of towns that I might go on. So.
Yeah, we don't got to sugarcoat it. I mean, let's talk about it, because this is real. And tell me, I mean, are you just like getting stuff from American Gangster? Or
Everything. Everything. I pick up on everything and just put it in the music, because that's what people want to hear. That's what people are looking for. So I just, wherever I see the inspiration and I can grab the inspiration from, I grab it and just use it in the music. So it could be anything, actually. Like I might say something about this interview in one of the next songs. So anything, yeah. And
honestly, going back to that impact, what do you want to see in Nashville artistry in the next, well, that's a two-part question. I want to talk about your personal artistry and Nashville artistry, but we're going to start with Nashville. Tell me in the next 5 to 10 years kind of what you want to see out of our local music scene.
I want to see it, like I said, everybody come together and we have like a real run like other cities have had, Atlanta, Memphis, Detroit. Like they all seem like they get their time to do what they're doing, and I feel like we are next and now. So it's time.
And what does getting together look like? Like, what is that? As an artist, I'm a fan, so I like everybody. I don't say nothing, you know. Exactly. But tell me what that looks like. Tell me kind of the distance between artists and
it just look like everybody just like what I'm doing right now, making music with everybody, coming around. Whoever want to work with me, I work with them. Just all that. You know, you still have certain
clicks.
You know, things like that and stuff. But you know, me, I get along with everybody. So it's I'm trying to work with everybody and just bring everybody together as I can. You know, but it's harder than it may seem, and it won't be an overnight, you know, thing. So, yeah, so I'm just working on it.
And now, personal artistry. Tell me, one, what you're working on in this present day, and two, what the future looks like for Big Top.
Right now, like I said, I'm working on the deluxe mixtape, so that should come out in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I don't have a date yet, but I'm getting one together. And in the future, I'm just going with the flow, man. However it end up going, that's.
I mean, no, I need dreams. I need, like, I am a fan that's watching this.
Dreams and stuff. Okay, I get you.
I need what you see.
Do
you see it? You see it in your head?
Yeah, I see it. It's just hard to explain it, what I see, because it's big, though. It's big. Like, you feel me? I plan on being bigger than whoever is the biggest artist right now. Whoever is your biggest artist, I plan to be that person. So
and don't get shy. Tell me why. Why do you deserve that? What have you been through that sets you apart from every other artist that says, I want to be the biggest?
I feel like I put it together in a different type of way. I don't think I make music like anybody else. So I feel like I'm in my own lane, and when you're in your own lane, you always the MVP. So.
That's a beautiful saying, when you in your own lane. Oh,
I was going to post that the other day, but I never posted
it. But seriously, and I'm glad that you finally touched on that, because I've been talking to a million people, because everybody loves this new project, and I do too, and I've been talking to people about it, and the main thing that people say is, oh, I love his flow. I love how he sounds. And it's not the screechy, high pitch, it's not the super auto-tune. And tell me about establishing that. Well, you have that natural deep voice, but you tell me about, like, kind of coming out in your music with that. It's
been kind of hard trying to find your own way, but you know, you just keep making music until something click, and when it click, you just go with it. So that's what I've been doing. I done tried it all. I done tried the auto-tune music, and I didn't really like it for myself. So I know if I didn't like it, a lot of other people wouldn't like it. So I was just like, let me just stick with what sounds good to me.
Have you tried singing yet?
I haven't tried it all.
You got to sing on the track like you like young boy.
I got to get all the way in it one day. It's hard to do that, though.
In these last few minutes in the segment, I want you to plug yourself in and tell people how they can stay in touch with you. Not just like, oh, my Instagram, but seriously, I need like digital streaming platforms.
Everything is Big Top, BIGTXP. My Twitter is BIGTXP1, but I'm not really I'm not really on it a lot, so I don't have a Facebook or nothing. I got Instagram, you know, it's BIGTXP, no spaces or nothing like that. But that's it, man. Digital platforms, BIGTXP.
And leave something with us, with our viewers. I know you're smiling. I'm gonna pull out of you as long as I got you here. But seriously, you are in a unique space in Nashville right now where a lot of people are looking up to you, and that level of power can go either way. You can choose to use that for good or bad. And so I want you to tell me, or to tell them, kind of some inspirational words from Big Top while you have this platform, and while, you know, everybody's looking like, oh, what's he saying? You know, leave something with us.
You got to lead with respect and just always be you. Don't let nobody, you know, deter you from being you, because that's what's gonna get you wherever you want to go. So just stay yourself, and you know. And
you know, that is so cliche. Just be you. What if I'm this nerd with these glasses and these suspenders?
That's all you got to be. That's all you got to be who you want to be. Like that's how I looked at it. I was, you know, playing basketball and stuff and all that, and I just always been me. Like I haven't tried to be nobody that, you know, and it worked. So I can't tell you know, so just be you.
But that's real, and I appreciate that you value that authenticity like that, because it's really lost. You know, we make everything up. We have social media make us look good, that a lot of people forget that it's okay to just be you, and you are a living example of how you can be successful by being unique. So Top, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for putting on a pretty good face for Nashville.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be here and be on TV. So,
but it's seriously, it's an honor. I've been listening to you for the last few months, and I've been seeing the community reception on every corner of the city. And the lasting narrative is that he's really doing something unique. And so it's my honor to be able to have you here. So you are awesome.
Yes, man, me too.
And with that being said, I want to thank our viewers for just allowing me the space to share these perspectives. I want to thank y'all for just allowing me one more opportunity to share the stories that shape our wonderful community. Good morning.